Guys. Zoran Mamdani's not gonna win. Eric Adams dropped out of the mayoral race. Yes! Fuck, I'm so happy. I just have hope now. Zoran Mamdani, aka Zoran Jihadi, literally supports jihad, supports intifada, which if you don't know, it just means unaliving people in public, for the sake of Allah, and he's not even qualified. Not to mention he's a socialist, and my parents met on a socialist commune, so let me tell you, you don't want to be socialist. It always ends up as communism. I mean, look at Venezuela. Even Sweden knows that socialism has become a problem because the grape rate has skyrocketed with immigration. If you live in NYC, vote for anyone besides Zoran. That's all I have to say. Do not even place him. And I live in Texas. 11% of New York is Jewish, and it's like the second most Jewish city in the entire world. And he wants to run it? A guy who hates Jews? No, thank you.
Mayor Adams just dropped out of the race, which means self-proclaimed socialist Zoran Mamdani is going to be the reason why New York City is going to burn to the ground. Other than the piss smell and the homeless people and the rats that are as big as your head, New York City is so beautiful. And to give it in the hands of a socialist, thinking that he's going to take care of it, that is going to be the demise. That is the Titanic hitting the iceberg moment. When has socialism ever worked? Ask China if socialism works, because it's a socialist country. Ask North Korea, Cuba. Do you know what Yahtzee stands for, the long term? Yahtzee's the short term. It stands for the National Socialist Workers' Party. Do you know what USSR stands for? I'll give you a hint. The word socialist is in there. Socialism doesn't work. Getting the government more involved, collecting all your money so that they can manage it properly and solve all these problems, that never works. It won't work, and it won't work for freaking socialist Zoran Mamdani.
Did Mayor Adams just give up on New York, or did New York give up on Mayor Adams? I mean, he just dropped out of the race with less than 10% approval rating. That's not just low. That's like a historic collapse. And who's left standing? Now you got Andrew Cuomo circling as the Democrat, Silva as the Republican contender, and Mamdani riding in with his social media socialist machine. Thousands of online activists are pumping this guy up like he's the next coming. But here's the problem. He ain't got no plan. He's got no experience, no team, just a media company running hype. And somehow people think that that's enough to run one of the largest economies in the country. Are we watching the fall of New York in real time? Because when uninformed, misinformed young voters get manipulated by hashtags and TikTok edits, this is the result. People are doing everything they can to warn you, myself included, to say that this isn't leadership, it's smoke and mirrors. But if New Yorkers want to test this out, fine. Good luck with all of that, because the rest of us will be watching from the outside just to make sure that none of you come spilling out into the red states.
For the first time in a while, I am feeling very optimistic about winning the New York City mayoral race. This is why. Adams just dropped out. It's unlikely Sliwa will, and that's still okay. Here are the 3 things we need to do to win this race. Number 1, register to vote. The deadline is October 25th. It's super easy. You register online at elections.ny.gov. Now we have to register everyone in our families, everyone we interact with. This is our mission. Number 2, we want to flood the Cuomo campaign with money right now. Now, as Elisa Lick shared today, up to $250 of a contribution to the Cuomo campaign will be matched 8 times. That means even if you have to give money to your kid to get them to do it, have every person you know give money to the Cuomo campaign. And number 3, finally, it's really important that we maintain our optimism. When people feel defeated, like the race is already done, they don't go to the polls. And this is all about money and turnout. It's up to us. We are a team. If you are a New Yorker, we're a New Yorker, love a New Yorker, we've got this.
I can't believe I'm being forced to support Andrew Cuomo, because how on earth is Andrew Cuomo the best possible candidate to beat Zoran Mamdani? How did it get to this point? We all understand that Andrew Cuomo has his own flaws, so many cases, but he is the best possible candidate to beat Zoran Mamdani, who's a socialist. It's unfortunate, but this is what it has come to.
I think the best shot that we have of possibly beating Mamdani is if we all rally for one guy, one person. That way, there can be like strength in numbers, you know what I mean? So who is the better candidate? Is it gonna be Cuomo or Sliwa? And who should we be all backing, Let me know.
What you all have to understand is Zoran Mamdani is nervous. Zoran Mamdani is scared because he's exposed. One thing I learned after all these years about name calling, when somebody relies on name calling, like Mamdani is saying about Eric Adams, calling Eric Adams extreme, calling Eric Adams radical, that 99 out of 100 times, that's what we call self-reflection, and they're actually talking about themselves. Zoran Mamdani is not a good guy. He does not have the best interest of the American people. He surely doesn't have the best interest of my family, and I'm positive as I'm making this post, he doesn't have the best interest of yours. He wants to be a modern day Robin Hood, steal from the rich and give to the poor. But we all know how that worked out for Robin Hood. Nothing is for free, everybody pays a price. You freeze rents, landlords don't make money, you find yourself in government housing. Shut down profitable supermarkets, put in government-run supermarkets. Quality of food goes down because those people don't care what they serve you. People come in and rob and steal, and the people that are working there, they don't care because they're not getting paid. And if that week they make a decision that you're gonna eat potatoes, well, guess what? The only thing that you're gonna eat that week is potatoes. Free trains, free busing, never gonna happen. Zoran Mamdani is that wolf hiding in a sheep's clothing. He's a liar. He lies right through his teeth. But you can't see it because he's got that pretty little smile. He's a radical socialist, a self-proclaimed communist. Just like Bernie Sanders, spread the wealth. Punish the people bringing in the big money and reward the others that can't find a way to be as successful and continuing to look for a handout. Thank you, Mayor Adams, for stepping down and putting the best interest of the New Yorkers before the best interest of you and your own family. Which leaves us with Curtis and Cuomo. And at this point, boys, I don't give a shit what you two have to do to put a stop to Mamdani, but you better figure it out quick that the elections are right around the corner. And New York cannot afford for this man Mamdani to be their next mayor.
Well, think of it this way. How bad is Zohran Mamdani? So bad to the extent that Democrats, or rather his fellow Democrats, do not want to support him. How bad is it? Out of the 4 candidates, 3 are Democrats. Okay, I understand that Eric dropped out of the race, but we all know that he's a Democrat. So if at all these other Democrats are still fighting Mamdani, then how bad are how bad is his manifesto? I don't think that he deserves to clinch this seat, or rather the mayoral seat. So I thought, let's see what New Yorkers have to say about all this that's going on. We'll get to see those reactions, and then thereafter we'll come back here and have a brief discussion.
Honestly, I'm not surprised. I didn't think that he had a chance of winning, and I think that him staying in the race this far has just been an ego kind of thing.
First off, I would rather him than Cuomo, so probably not the best thing. Adams is also kind of funny. Cuomo sucks. But I think Zoran's going to win regardless.
I think that it surprises me a lot. I think it's a more interesting election now.
I'm surprised that he dropped out.
Why is that?
Because I thought he was in it to go all the way through.
How do you guys feel about Eric Adams dropping out of the race?
I'm happy.
Why?
Because I can't stand him. I can't believe, like, when he ran initially, that I voted for him. And if I'm being honest, I voted for him because he's black. But then when he got in office and I saw what he wasn't doing, I'm like, I can't believe I voted for him.
That is exactly where I usually have a very huge problem with my black people. How do you just support somebody because he is black? How? Somebody says that she supported Eric Adams simply because he's black. Not because of his manifesto, not because of his principles, or not because of the person that he is, or because of his character, but because he is black. And that is why the black vote is never useful to the black community. How? What if all white people decided to vote for Donald Trump because he's white? What if Kamala Harris had no white support or anything close to that? Black people, rather the black community, usually supports black individuals in anything. Even if they are doing the wrong thing, you'll find them supporting that black person simply because he's black. Somebody is found of accused of corruption, no investigation. Black people, or rather the black community, is backing him and supporting him. Yes, he's our person, he's not corrupt. Please let the black community start thinking beyond the rest. Let's start thinking beyond the rest card. I think black people are the most racist. Unpopular opinion. If you do agree, then tell me in the comment section. If you do disagree, then please also tell me in the comment section. Let's have this discussion. I know it's an uncomfortable conversation, but let's have it. I read all my comments and do reply to most of them, if not all. So yeah,
I was surprised. I didn't think he was going to do it.
It's about time. We need some change.
I wasn't surprised. I was kind of expecting it. I just was surprised it came now as opposed to a little bit earlier in the race.
I'm sorry for Mayor Adams, but, you know, that's what, if that's what's happening, that's what's happening.
We have some good candidates. I think it would be nice to address all the people living in New York, not only certain section of New York people.
I don't know. I wish we had some better candidates, to be honest with you.
We can't have Mamdani win. We cannot. The city cannot have him. He's dangerous. He's scary. I would be scared for my life.
I personally think that Zohran Mamdani is trying to be a modern-day Robin Hood, stealing from the rich and distributing the wealth to the poor. He's selling a dream. He's selling a dream. Remember, the dream, selling a dream is not actualizing the dream. He's selling a dream. Some of the things that he's saying are not even doable, and I've made a video about that. You can check out my catalog. So he's selling a dream that I don't think he can fulfill. And if you read his manifesto carefully, or if you study the things that he's promising New Yorkers, some of these things are kind of impossible. And it's kind of sad that liberals, or rather the far left, are blinded. They cannot see all this is going on. He's just doing some social media clout and they are falling for it. It's so sad. New York is a very diverse city, and it's one of the biggest cities in the world, and nobody wants New York to fall in the hands of a socialist. So in my opinion, I don't think Zohran Mamdani is the best candidate for this. I understand, I wouldn't say that of the candidates still remaining that we have worthy candidates. I'd say we're just being forced to elect probably somebody like Cuomo, not because he's the best, but because he's the better amongst the bad options that we have. Anyway, those are just my thoughts. Please tell me what your thoughts are in the comment section, and I'd be really glad to read your opinions. Let's have a conversation. If you enjoyed the video, then please give it a thumbs up, consider sharing the video, and also consider supporting the channel through subscribing. Otherwise, I'd like to see you in the next video.